Hi, and welcome to Stamp with Ginny. Today I'm going to share with you how I put together this Grown with Kindness thank you card. I'm using the stamp set from the February Paper Pumpkin Kit, and if you haven't already joined Paper Pumpkin Kit, March is going to be a great time to do so because not only will you receive a fantastic kit, you'll also get an additional stamp set. So once you finish the projects in the kit, like I did and made these 9 cards, I can use that stamp set for additional projects. So it's a wonderful value. So let me show you how I did this. I'm using our note cards that come with coordinating envelopes and the note card for the base itself, which is wonderful. It's a great value and it's a perfect way to start building your stamping supplies. I'm taking a piece of the Mint Macron cardstock and I'm adhering that to the front. And now I'm ready to start building my focal point. So I'm going to bring in a piece of Whisper White cardstock and my Memento Tuxedo Black ink. I need that in order to use my blends. I'm going to take the stamps that I want from the stamp set, and I'm going to be using my teacup, the sentiment, and then this little floral piece that has 4 little flowers in a row. And I am going to actually take this and bend it as I'm placing it on my block so that it has a little bit of a curve to it and it goes along with my cup. So I'm going to start by inking up my cup in the Memento and stamping it onto my Whisper White cardstock, and then adding my sentiment above it. And these 3 flowers, like I said, I'm going to check them, make sure they look the way I want them to. And you can stamp off on your grid paper with the little teacup to get that in line and stamp. And I'm ready to put the ink away and start coloring. Now I happen to be using the Mint Macron Blends combo pack, the Petal Pink, and the light crumb cake. And so I'm going to start by grounding my teacup. I'm simply going to place a little bit of a shadow, and it looks like I grabbed my dark crumb cake, so it's a little darker than it has been in the past. And then I'm going to take my Petal Pink and I'm going to start by adding the bottom trim here in the dark Petal Pink, and up top I'm going to do the rim, and then I'm just going to add a little bit of shadow here to the bottom and around here. And then I'm going to take my light Petal Pink and I'm going to finish coloring in the teacup. This is just straight coloring. It's not a ton of shading, so it's real easy to do. And the little base here, I wanted to use a soft color to give me the impression of china since this is a teacup. And I am going to take my dark Mint Macron. I happen to start with the dark color, but you can start with the light if you prefer, whichever is your preference. And I'm going to add some shadowing along these petal edges where I think the shade is going to be and where the light is going to hit. And I'm going to finish that up by moving to the other side here. And you can use the flare tip if you prefer to have a little wider band of color, but I'm using the bullet tip so that I've got a little more control. Now that I've got the dark done, I'm ready to come in with my light, and I'm using the flare tip for this because I'm just going to lightly color in the entire image. Now blends are alcohol markers, so you do want to keep your markers covered and move fairly quickly. And now I'm coming back in, now that I've laid in the first layer, and I'm blending simply by using a circular motion and adding more color where those 2 colors touch, the dark and the light. With a little bit of practice, this is real easy to use. Our markers are fantastic. There we go. So we've got the plant, and I'm going to bring in the correct color this time, which is my light crumb cake, and I'm going to add that dirt, or sand in this case, around my succulent. And I'm just adding a little heavier color where I want it slightly darker. There we go. It's that quick and easy. So I'm ready to add this to my card front. I'm going to add some dimensionals to the back of it to pop it up. And now that I've got it ready, I am simply going to layer that onto my card front. There we go. If you'd like to join Paper Pumpkin and take advantage of the free stamp set that you'll get in the March kit, you'll want to do so before March 10th. And of course, it's celebration, so if you'd like to purchase a prepaid Paper Pumpkin subscription, you can earn free celebration items at the same time and get the wonderful kits in the mail. If you have any questions about Paper Pumpkin, feel free to contact me. And if you'd like any of these products, feel free to stop by my online store. You can get there from my blog, Stamp with Jini. Thanks for joining me.